What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. So I wanted to hop on a video and kind of make a quick little review of my experience on generics, or not generics, a generic from generic Concerta. I was put on 18 milligrams of Concerta, which I did not get the name brand, I got the generic. It was a company called Trigen. I noticed there's not very many reviews on generics on YouTube. It's always these people that have these stories and their experience with the medication, but no one ever talks about generics, and I wonder why. I mean, I know that name brand is very expensive if you don't have insurance, and it can be just as expensive with insurance because a lot of insurance companies won't cover that medicine. But I started taking 18 milligrams of methylphenidate extended release, which is Concerta, pretty much. That's the name brand. But I take Trigen brand 18 milligrams. That's why I start out with. The first day I took it, I felt like it really helped me a lot. But the crash was so bad. Like, when I started coming down off the medication, which was about 7 hours in, I felt this horrible feeling of like exhaustion. I just didn't want to do nothing but lay down, and I felt so irritable. My energy levels were just way down, and I just felt like, you know, I hit this huge slope and it just dropped. And because of that experience, I didn't take the medication again for a week. Now, I know when you first start taking these kind of medications, your body has to adjust, and I know it's different for everybody. Everybody's body's chemistry is different. So I didn't take it for a week, but when I took it the second time, all it did was make me really tired. And I don't know if that has anything to do with it being a generic and the different fillers that they use, because I've never used name brand. So as far as Trigen, I feel like the release mechanism is a little too inconsistent, because that second day I felt really tired. The third day I took it, I felt like it didn't really do anything. I felt like a subtle feeling, and so like, I don't know, I just didn't feel like it did anything the third day. I made an appointment with a psychiatrist because I was curious about, you know, the symptom, the side effects. So I went and seen him again, and he prescribed me 5 milligrams of Focalin to see if those side effects were, you know, if they were the same on that medication, which is dexmethylphenidate, and it was the generic, of course, but it was instant release. It wasn't the extended release. So I took it the first day of Focalin. It just made me very, very like happy. Almost felt like high. I was just very giggly. I felt a similar crash to the generic Concerta, but it wasn't as bad. It was a little more mild. But, you know, fast forward, you know, a week later, I ended up going on vacation to Florida, and I decided to take both medications with me just to kind of give it a trial, since I wasn't going to be working, and, you know, say my symptoms, my side effects were not too comfortable. I figured, well, since I'm on vacation, you know, at least I don't have to work. So I started taking the Concerta, generic Concerta again, and I realized, like, I didn't have any kind of side effects, but I noticed that it was kicking in very subtle, and it would, you know, feel the effects for a little bit, but I wouldn't get the full effects from it. So I don't know if 18 milligrams was just too small for me, or if it's the brand. That's what I'm still trying to figure out, because I don't have nothing to compare it to, and I'm trying to figure out everyone else's experience that has tried Trigen, because nobody talks about these generics. You know, I see so many different generics out there, and they have the different release mechanisms, and some are just dissolvable in your body. Some have like the, you know, the osmosis release, like, no one does it like Concerta. Now I know Trigen, the one I have, has a release system similar, but it's not the same as Concerta. Concerta has like chambers in their pills, and they don't dissolve the same way generics do. So I went to the doctor 2 days ago, and he prescribed me 27 milligrams of methylphenidate extended release, And once again, I got Trigen. So I took it this morning before work because I'm already familiar with the medication a little bit. And I'm trying to figure out if, I felt like it kicked in a little bit. It's been about 3 hours since I took the generic Concerta. And I noticed that I feel the effects, but it's not, it was kind of strong at first and it feels kind of leveled, but it's almost like this. It's really weird. Like it's some moments I get like tired where I'm yawning, and then there's moments where I'm just, I'm kind of like ready to go, but then back down. It's very strange. So I'm trying to find out advice from anyone else who has used these generics versus name brand, and if you have similar experience or what your experience is with them. So this is what the pill looks like. It's a very little cylinder pill. It's gray because it's 27 milligrams. They try to like make it look like the name brand as far as colors. I also read that they put like food colorings in these generics, and I know that a lot of these binders and fillers that they put in these generics don't always agree with everybody. So I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if just the release mechanism is just different from these generics, and it's just is name brand really worth paying for? Like, as far as the Trigen like medicine, some days it's good. Some days I feel like it works good, and then some days it's like it's not working at all. I know sleep, exercise, diet has a lot to do with it, water intake, but I'm still trying. I was put on Ritalin as a child, but I don't remember. I was so little. I was only 4th grade, but apparently my mom said it made me into a zombie. But I do feel like it helps, but I just don't know much about this whole journey with stimulants. I'm still trying to get into learning about them, and I don't know if it's the medicine type or what it is. So if anybody can please kind of let me know their experience with these generics or how you felt on them, and I would greatly appreciate it, because there's so much information out there, you don't know what's true and what's not. And I know not everybody's going to have the same experience, so anybody who's had similar experience to me with this particular brand, I would like to know more information. What worked for you, what didn't work for you, because there are going to be some medicines that work similar to each, to other people, because there are people out there who are going to have a similar experience. So I would greatly appreciate it if anybody would please just kind of reach out to me and let me know your thoughts on how this medication affects you. Did you have to switch to a different one? Did you go to amphetamines? I'm not really trying to be crazy on these medications. I was wanting to do it in the as needed thing, but I noticed when I do that, side effects seem to be a little worse, or the medication seems to be stronger. I mean, I guess that's a good thing, but sometimes it's too strong. So I said it's a lot of trial and error. I'm just trying to figure out, answers. So if anybody can please let me know. I don't know if anyone's going to see this video, because I have another channel that has quite a bit subscribers, but I don't want to put this content on that channel because it's more of like a review channel. So I'm just trying to kind of reach out and maybe start something new. I don't know. I just wanted to do it. I don't know if the medicines make me want to like try something new. So hopefully if I can get some answers or some feedback, and maybe we can start something. There's all kinds of people out there dealing with some ADHD stuff, and it's not really fun, especially for me, the mood swings. I deal with a lot of mood swings with ADHD, and I feel like the medication really helps balance me with the moods, because my moods can be really like up and down. I can be fine one moment, down another moment. So I feel like the medication really helps with that. But anyways, guys, I look forward to hearing from anybody. Hopefully people see this video. But if not, hey, well, at least it's out there on the internet. So you guys take care of yourself, and hope to hear from you soon. Take care.